Welcome to Interesting to See, your daily sports podcast, news, narratives, takes, gambling. I am Nick, and the Elon lacrosse team right there, lacrosse, women's lacrosse team, all got behind their bus to push it out of the mud. It had gotten stuck. My guess is that this is in some sort of parking structure where there wasn't enough room to park, so the bus parked in the grass, got stuck in the mud, and they pushed it out. I know that if you couldn't see that and you're listening, it's to entice you to listen on Spotify or YouTube.com. NFL Combine rolls on, had some big news yesterday on Controversial Wednesday. Controversial news broke, and the episode had already gone live. Jalen Carter, by many accounts, I don't know, second, third, first best prospect in the draft. Definitely, there are 4 quarterbacks and 2 elite prospects. He's one of the 2 elite prospects, a defensive tackle for Georgia. Was arrested and booked on, maybe he's just booked. I don't really know how it works. He has 2 misdemeanor charges. Remember back a couple days after the national championship in Georgia, that staffer died with that player in a car accident. Well, it turns out that the Athens police think that it was a race, a street race, and Jalen Carter was booked and released on those charges. He released a statement. This broke at the Combine. He was expected to speak at the Combine. He did not speak at the Combine because he has legal troubles. It breaks in the day that he was scheduled to speak, so read into that whatever you will. Off the field concerns or whatever, but that guy died, and so did she was like a recruiting staffer. Remember, we covered this. Regardless, I think it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to watch this play out. It'll be interesting to see. That's the name of the show. So he released a statement. Let's take a peek at the statement. This morning I received a telephone call. Should we set it up so you guys can watch it? There we go. Oh, hold on. This morning I received a telephone call, he says, from Athens, Georgia Police Department informing me that 2 misdemeanor warrants have been issued against me for reckless driving and racing. Numerous media reports have also circulated this morning containing inaccurate information concerning the tragic events of January 15, 2023. It is my intention to return to Athens to answer the misdemeanor charges against me and to make certain that the complete and accurate truth is presented. There is no question in my mind that when all of the facts are known, that I will be fully exonerated of any criminal wrongdoing. That is quite the statement for a couple of reasons. The first reason is that he didn't deny wrongdoing, but he said it will be shown that this is not going to be a problem. That's just interesting wording for me. I don't know what to make of that. I think that like denying wrongdoing would have been the start, but I don't know. I don't work in this area, so from a PR standpoint, is that good? Is that bad? Who knows? Right? I think it's pretty good, but I guess like I said, we'll see. NHL trade deadline is sneaking up on us on Friday or Saturday. I don't know, the 3rd. What the hell is today? The 2nd? Yeah, the 3rd, tomorrow, 3 p.m. Busy day in the show, as they call it. The biggest trades of the day, I think, this guy Chichron. I don't know. He's like one of the only good players in the Coyotes. He's been rumored to be being traded for a while. The Senators picked him up for a second-round pick in 2024 and a second-round pick in 2026. The other big trade, the Detroit Red Wings, they trade their defenseman Filip Hronek for a 2023 fourth and a conditional 2023 first, which depends on how good the Islanders do because it's the Islanders pick. So the Islanders traded their pick to the Canucks, who traded that pick and another pick to Detroit for Filip Hronek, which is weird because the Canucks blow, and I don't know what they're doing. But the biggest trade of the day, Jonathan Quick, who has won, I think, 2 Conn Smythe trophies, couple Stanley Cups. He was one of the greatest goalies of all time. He was traded from LA to Columbus, and he's like, shit, everyone's really mad about it, but it looks like Columbus is then going to flip him to Vegas. So we'll see how that shakes out, but he's apparently really pissed. Best player in franchise history for the LA Kings. Remember when they won the Stanley Cup? It was really shocking. I was like, how the hell? You got to be joking. We got to be joking that the Kings, the 8th seed, they went up 3-0 in all 4 series. They took a 3-0 lead in all 4 series. It's pretty amazing. NHL trade deadline. The other big piece that could be moved was Dylan Larkin, but the Red Wings signed him to an 8-year deal, and so he'll be staying in Detroit for a while. The Red Wings can move some players. I think that the Minnesota Wild can continue to move players. So we'll see. We'll see how that shakes out. Here it is. Jonathan Quick is unhappy with the trade, I'm told is, quote, an understatement. This is Frank Saravelli. Old Philadelphia guy, Frank Saravelli. What's up, Frankie? Interesting news out of the NFL yesterday. For the first time ever, the NFL surveyed some, like, I want to say 1,800 players, 1,300 players. And they wanted them to give grades on facilities and teams. So the categories are treatment of families, nutrition, weight room, strength staff, training staff, and locker room. Arizona Cardinals are on the top of the list because it's alphabetic. F, treatment of families. Nutrition, F minus. That's not a thing. Weight room, F minus. Again, guys. Strength staff, A minus. Training room, F minus. Training staff, B plus. Locker room, F. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Fs, an A minus, and a B plus. Look at all these grades. The Bills look like they got their shit going on. A minus, C, A plus, B plus, A minus. They're pretty good. Carolina's pretty good. Chicago got some ups and downs. Cincinnati getting better. The families one is interesting. Like, that probably pisses people off. A plus, Cowboys makes sense. Carolina, Minnesota, Buffalo, they all get A's. Green Bay, Houston, Indianapolis, get all the B's. Let's see what else. What are the ones? This is like a fun little table to shit talk some teams. What matters? Training staff, locker room. Let's go locker room. Who's got the A's? A lot of A's. Seattle, Buffalo, Chicago, Baltimore, New Orleans, Miami, Vegas, Minnesota, Dallas. Dallas has A's across the board except for a B, training room. Yeah, Minnesota has A's across the board, just A's across the board. So that makes them number 1, right? It's pretty cool. We should all be allowed to do this with our employers, I think. Just grade them anonymously. I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be fun to grade your employer. Had a huge upset in international soccer. Grimsby Town Football Club, who's in League 2. That is, okay, so there's the Premier League, then there's League 1, and then there's League 2. Whenever there's relegation and promotion at all the leagues, right? League 2, they beat Southampton in the FA Cup. So the FA Cup is essentially just like another non-Premier League thing, but it includes a bunch more teams in the United Kingdom. Huge upset. It would be like a double-A team beating the Yankees. Well, the Yankees is a little strong. Maybe like the... I lost track of my metaphor. It would be like your local double-A or single-A team beating, I don't know, the Cleveland Guardians. Remember that? They're still the Guardians. Huge upset. You'd love to see that kind of stuff. It's getting to be the point in the football season, the soccer season, the footy season, where it's getting fun for them. And I'm kind of enjoying that. Conference Championship weekend is upon us in a couple of weeks. It's one of the last big college basketball weekends of the year. We will have a gambling preview for you tomorrow. Oh, man. Should probably go work out. I'm out of breath. Too much coffee in the morning. Should probably figure that out, huh? I'm going to keep going through this list. I'm going to go through all these different Twitter things and figure something out. Eagle safety CJ Gardner Johnson Jr., excuse me. He's calling out his old defensive coordinator, the Eagles defensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon, on what went wrong in the second half of the Super Bowl. His own player quote tweeted and said, "You ain't put us in position to make plays." Philly's going to love that from CJ. They're going to love it. The Sod Father says the NFL grounds were overwatered. Yeah, you did it. You rigged the Super Bowl, bruh. Just kidding. I would never allege that. Okay, bye.